Next is Dolphus in the gold cap midfield from Ashanti Queen, then Miro Miro, followed by Silver Tiara as they straighten to Mahara Inflatable Miss head the rest. It's Brilliant Schnitzel coming into the straight, quickly being tackled by Seaside, who comes on. Cordelia in the centre, tries to go with Seaside, but Seaside's got a good sprint and shot away. Turf Ferry's back and forth, then followed by Dolphus, but it's all over. Seaside is revelling in the going, and Seaside, Brilliant, wins by about 5 lengths on either Brilliant Schnitzel, Cordelia or Turf Ferry.
Well, you might be thinking that we're looking at that race because of the winner, but no, we're looking at that race because of the 5th placed horse, and I think he might have been finished 6th or something, Bonetta.
Yes, back
Daniel
on
Ganderton on the inside, and Stewart's not too happy with his performance.
Yeah, there was an inquiry opening into the ride of Daniel Ganderton on this horse, trained by Graham Begg, having its first start at Canterbury last Wednesday, and the stewards are concerned with his vigour or lack of it from the 600 metre mark to the 100. And you can see it there back on the inside of the white cap. Certainly looked as though it was having a cosy run. Daniel Ganderton said that he was giving it his best, and that the filly surprised him how good she went on the day. He said she didn't felt like she was handling the track, but I think we're certainly going to hear more about this in the next couple of weeks.
Well, I saw the race and I thought, I'm going to make that my something for the battlers, but I think everyone already knows about it. But anyway, look, we've got some more tweets, and most predominantly during the course of the week, they've concerned the youthful and sometimes single member of the crew, that being Nick Quinn. We've just titled an entire segment called What's Doing Quinny? And the reason is, last week he had a suit that even made Richie Callender sit up and take notice. Richie said it was the worst. And then there was a bit of banter going on, and then all of a sudden we get this one. Would that be the same Quinny who has clearly forgotten to call my friend from 2 Saturday nights ago? And I don't know whether there's
Hashtag trouble.
Hashtag trouble. And another one, Quinny, take your girlfriend shopping, please. No shopping alone. I'll be watching. Quinny, please buy a suit next time that fits and is not too shiny. So he's obviously bought a new one. We actually, if you go onto the Twitter page, there's a couple of glamours there that are following one Nick Quinn. So he's obviously...
Are you surprised, Russ? He's a very good-looking bloke.
He is a good-looking bloke when he's not dressed in a bad suit and a bad tie. Who does dress you?
Dimmies have come on board as a sponsor, I think, for young Nicholas.
Are you serious?
It's the circa 1930 shirt tie combo.
He hasn't said a word.
All I will say is, everyone is a slitherer except me.
I am just surprised that you've got so many female fans on our website and also our Twitter, unlike B. Zarafa, whose contribution to the entire week was this, in terms of his tweets that were worthwhile getting out onto the screen. His favourite band. Apparently you're not too impressed about the Chili Peppers being the #1 band at the Big Day Out.
Well, I was just on Twitter this morning. I was reading the morning newspapers. I saw the Big Day Out lineup of out, and it's interesting that I've been pinched for one of the tweets that I've probably sent out 15 or 20 for the week. But certainly Cascade, if you're into your music, it'll be good fun over the Big Day Out.
Okay, got an email here. Let's get serious. ttyk@tvn.com.au, and it concerns the Sir John Monash. We'll have a look at the race again. And this is something along the lines that you boys were talking about. Guys, help me with second effort. Unbeaten in the slow and heavy, rain falling, well backed, and nothing. And yes, I'm talking through my kick, but so what? Stevie J. Michael.
Well, I think you guys mentioned in the stewards report that he lost a shoe. Now, I'm not sure how much of or how much that puts off horses during a run, but I think Brent mentioned that when they came back to scale, he said didn't feel like the same horse during the run. So, look, if you're looking for an excuse, I think that's the only one we could find at this stage.
And Green Birdie, obviously you mentioned that yourself at the top of the show, but how about, this comes from Nice Profits, Nick, how about the run of Green Birdie in the Sir John Monash? Taken back to last, couldn't get a crack at 20s, would have liked to see him come widest of all down the straight rather than be stuck behind a wall of horses.
Yeah, I think, once again, we touched on the fact earlier, you got big fields, the rail was out, so sometimes luck in running is important, but even more so with this sort of days. It was a really eye-catching run. Now with Tony Vassell, and he's a fantastic trainer, so I'd be surprised if there wasn't a winning, Green Birdie didn't have a win in the next couple of starts.
D. Oliver questioned regarding the tactics. He tried to gain cover but got further back than he intended. Held up for clear running. Altered his course, didn't acclaim clear running until the 50. Says back me next time, and I think you blokes picked out the Bletchingley.
You certainly watched the replay of the race, and Damien Oliver was in two minds coming to the turn. He could either come in or he went out. He elected to stay in. He got wedged between a couple of horses. There was a few minor gaps there. If the horse was probably 2 or 3 runs into his campaign, they would have been forcing the issue to go through them. But first up after a long spell, having his first start in Australia, you can see they had a few other races in mind.
Yeah, and good luck to the Connections getting the horse back. Time for another break here on Talkin Thru Your Kick. Don't forget your emails, tweets and feedback is always welcome on our website and our Twitter address.